Now we come to the last topic, TikTok ban. Along with the spending bill, that $95 billion spending bill, there was a legislation to introduce TikTok ban. The previous administration, the Trump administration, tried to ban TikTok, but they failed. But the issue has been picked up again in recent months. After the failed attempt, TikTok accelerated Western liberal propaganda, the algorithm. But they made a mistake. They started boosting pro-Palestine, pro-Islamist propaganda after the October 7 attack on Israel. Islam has found an unlikely ally in liberalism. This is why liberalism shows double standards on many issues when it comes to religion. You can criticize Hinduism or Christianity on issues like women's rights, LGBT rights, rituals, practices, gods, freedom of speech, but you can't do it for Islam. Now, I'm not going after Islam here, but liberalism for its hypocrisy. Anyone criticizing Islam is labeled bigot or Islamophobic for the same issues you can criticize Hinduism or Christianity for. Islam gets a pass on these issues under tolerance. Again, I'm pointing out liberal hypocrisy here, not a religious argument. So anyway, TikTok boosted pro-Palestine propaganda under the guise of liberalism. Like I said, TikTok was boosting Western liberal propaganda. So that's how Islamic content got a pass. The pro-Palestinian content got a pass. That's why. Osama bin Laden's letter to America also went viral. This has upset Jewish groups like ADL and AIPAC. If I can find the leaked phone call of ADL's leader talking about TikTok, I'll include it in the episode.
I also want to point out that we have a major generational problem. All the polling I've seen, ADL's polling, ICC's polling, independent polling, suggests this is not a left-right gap, folks. The issue in the United States of support for Israel is not left and right. It is young and old. And the numbers of young people who think that Hamas's, massacre was justified is shockingly and terrifyingly high. And so we really have a TikTok problem, a Gen Z problem, that our community needs to put the same brains that gave us Taglit, the same brains that gave us all these other amazing innovations, need to put our energy toward this, fast. Because again, we've been chasing this left-right divide. It's the wrong game. The real game is the next generation, and the Hamas and their accomplices, the useful idiots in the West, are falling in line in ways that are terrifying. Last thing I'll just say, we saw a dramatic change in the language of the activists here in America on October the 8th. The language of groups that we've long tracked, who've long been problematic, like Students for Justice in Palestine and Jewish Voices for Peace, they flicked like this and went to Iranian propaganda. The language I could show you from their toolkits, because our analysts are in their groups. We saw this again on October the 8th. It was that fast. The language in their toolkits was all about the Zionist entity and lots of other language that we recognized from Iranian.
So that's why TikTok ban issue is now back. The bill passed in the House of Representatives in the US government. This bill gave TikTok 6 months to divest from ByteDance or face ban. There's now a bill in the Senate in the US government that expands the window to 9 months to divest from ByteDance or get banned. At least that's the US version will get divested from the version that's under the ByteDance, not the global version. And that bill has passed the Senate. And the President Biden signed the bill just few hours ago, if I remember correctly. So ByteDance or TikTok has 9 months to divest or get banned. TikTok posted on X, "It is unfortunate that the House of Representatives is using the cover of important foreign and humanitarian assistance to once again jam through a ban bill that would trample free speech rights of 170 million Americans, devastate 7 million businesses, and shutter a platform that contributes $24 billion to US economy annually." President Biden signed the bill, and TikTok is expected to challenge the bill in courts. Let's see what happens in 9 months. Will TikTok divest its US business? Unlikely. Because, and also Chinese government, I think it was in 2020, they signed the bill that bans any algorithms from being sold without the Chinese government permission or something like that. There was this bill. So it's unlikely the divestiture will happen, and there's probably going to be some kind of retaliation for this from the Chinese government. Because again, same thing happened to Huawei few months ago. So a few years ago, Huawei got banned. Now TikTok is getting banned. I don't think the Chinese will tolerate this. We'll see what happens.